Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to Teatime Thots, the channel where we discuss thoughts and drink tea. Hey, thoughtfuls! Welcome back to my channel. So I have some really fun Bradzilla posts today, and the only reason I chose to post some Bradzilla stuff is because you guys really seem to like it, and I just want to let you guys know, for all of you following my channel, whether you're a subscriber, whether you're not, have you subscribed? Why have you not subscribed? My analytics are saying a lot of you are viewing, but not many have subscribed. Subscribe. For all of you following my channel, whether you're subscribed or not, there's a really cute little Christmas gift coming up in the next couple of days. It actually takes a little bit more editing than my typical videos do, so yeah, forgive me for being a little bit of late person on this. Keep your eyes open for that. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to give you a hint. He's Hallmark hot. All right, well, let's just jump in. I'm getting off with a bang, and I have to say, these aren't all bridezillas. A lot of these are actually just kind of wedding shaming in general. So something shameworthy has happened at a wedding, and we're going to judge it. AITA, am I the butthole? I really want to be monetized. I'm gonna say butthole. Am I the butthole for letting my son get fast food and bring it into a wedding reception? My son, 22 male, is a picky eater. As one picky eater to another, I kind of get it. My cousin was getting married and had a lovely reception with a nice buffet. Johnny, I guess that's her son, Johnny, wasn't a fan of what was served, so I let him leave and get some food. Well, word spread amongst our family where he was going, and a few people asked him to bring things back for them. So he did. Okay, I'm not totally sure what the bride was serving at this wedding, but it sounds like a lot of people just wanted Mickey D's. Excuse me, I've had a cold. We were at a table near the dance floor, and you could probably smell it there. I love the smell of fast food. You bring fast food into a room, I'm like a police dog. I'm on that. But nobody in our immediate family had a chance problem. A chance problem? Okay, let's just move on with chance problem. Even the bride and groom. Okay, so it sounds like everything was fine, so it's the problem. Apparently the venue and the family of the bride were appalled. And I don't understand why. It was a great party, but he just wanted something different. Apparently other people did too. I just want to know what this bride and groom were serving. Was it like some kind of like tentacles on a plate of aspic? So am I the butthole? OP also posts an edit. He's 22 years old and in college. He has no medical issues, just a limited palate. I'm gonna stop right here. I don't know this person. I don't know if he has medical issues or not. I do know one thing. There is actually a condition called ARFID, which is avoidant restrictive food intake disorder or something. And basically it means like you're a mega fussy eater and you'll only eat certain foods. And by certain foods, I mean there are people with ARFID who'll only eat like carrots and chicken nuggets. That's their entire diet. So it is possible that he has this condition. Damn, my light is so bright. Hang on. Who right? Okay, that's much better. Right, so he could have ARFID. Is it an excuse for bringing fast food into a wedding reception? I don't know. I feel like if the bride and groom are okay with it, then I don't think there's a problem. When I said let, as in let him get junk food, I meant let him take my car since we all rode together. Yeah, he's 22 years old. I'm gonna assume that he probably has a driver's license, although it's hard to say. Damn, I gotta fix this light. I mean, he probably has a driver's license. I'm gonna assume if he's 22 years old. The only thing I would say is maybe it would have been smart for him to eat the food in the car before returning to the reception. That I kind of feel like is a bit of a faux pas. But that's just me. I mean, the bride and groom didn't care. It just seems like this really random group of people were really bothered by this. Namely, like, who was it? The venue? Ooh, like, what is it? Their business. They're there to perform a service and get paid for it. They did it. Nobody's complaining about the food. Some people just wanted to have a smash burger or whatever. I don't understand their problem. And then, of course, the family of the bride. A further edit, the food was served buffet style. A nice soup, salad, tenderloin. Okay, look, I like fast food as much as the next guy. Who the hell is gonna eat a burger over beef tenderloin, literal filet mignon. Well, we assume it's beef. Might be pork tenderloin. I don't know. Tenderloin in general is really good. Barbecue beef, pasta, a few other selections. It was actually really good for wedding food. Yeah, sure, but why am I so glowy? What is going on with my light? Let me just fix it. Less offensive. It's still bad. Slowly getting better. And actually, what's glaring off of my glasses is actually the screen. I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I'm really sorry if it's distracting. So yeah, it was really good for wedding food. It sounds good for wedding food. I would love to eat this food. Everyone else who partook in fast food did so because, well, it was there and it tasted good. Perfectly reasonable. I would eat the tenderloin and then I would chow down on a Five Guys. Like, it's a wedding. You're having fun. They didn't have a problem with the venue's food. I know they didn't. They just wanted both. It's okay to have both. It's a party. You just don't eat like that every day and you're good. Also, some people said 1 or 2 chicken bones did end up on the floor in the venue. Oh, chicken bones from the... Okay, so he got chicken. So did he get KFC? Did he get KFC? Did he get Chick-fil-A? Did he get Wingstop? What did he get? And actually, yeah, a lot of people with ARFID, if they do eat meat, it tends to be chicken. So 1 or 2 chicken bones did end up on the floor in the venue. That was unfortunate. Okay, look, I don't know. I feel like the verdict here is that they're the butthole. Clearly, they're the butthole. But I mean, the story's so funny. Like, how can you be this mad? Some fast food made it onto the dance floor, and then there were some residual chicken bone situations. To me, this is just funny. If this happened at my wedding, I would be laughing about this for days. So, I'm reserving judgment. I think you're just all being human beings. Very funny stuff. Chicken bones. All right, next. A guest shows up drunk, maybe more, and grinds on the groom and not even past the title yet. Gonna be so good. And motorboats the bride. Oh god, I can already tell this is gonna be just full of beans day today. So now that my beautiful wedding is over and my honeymoon is behind me, I can share this story. My fiance has a friend who he wanted to invite to the wedding, but I did not. She's sexually assaulting the wedding party. I wouldn't want to invite her either. She's These are just so on fire today. She's a hot mess express. But we had some extra room and I didn't want to be a bridezilla. No, see, listen, stop right there. Stop it. Just stop everything. You not wanting to have a dumpster fire at your wedding is not you being a bridezilla. It's you not wanting to have your wedding ruined by somebody who is historically known for ruining events. That's not, don't ever be afraid of protecting your special day. I mean, it's one thing to be a bridezilla. This is not a bridezilla thing. It just sounds like this person's a mess. But let's see, given the title, let's reserve judgment because we like to do that. All right, she was invited. Let's call her W. Cut to the wedding day. We're getting ready and guests start to arrive. My fiancé goes to greet people before the ceremony and I stay hidden for my big reveal down the aisle. He comes back up to our room where I'm getting ready and says, oh no, W is wasted. That's why she's W. That's why W is wasted. I'm sorry, I've seen guests like this at weddings. I'm having like weird PTSD / comedic flashbacks. The ceremony hasn't even started. Oh God. Ceremony goes off without a hitch, and we go greet all our guests as husband and wife, and there's W. She's more than drunk. Like she's on drugs? I think Molly or something along those lines. Oh no. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be so bad. That alone is bad, but she's mixed it with alcohol. That is so bad. But she's beyond this earthly realm. When I go to say hello to her, she's already broken some glassware. I mean, as a bull in a china shop myself.
We'll get somebody to clean that up.
We're the ones that gotta clean that up.
I have broken my fair share of glassware throughout my life. Never at a wedding. I just don't touch anything at a wedding or in an actual china shop. I just don't touch. I just walk around like this. Yeah, so chances are she was pretty wasted. Later in the evening, she is grinding on my husband. Oh, hell no. who quickly removes himself. I didn't even know until after. Lucky for W, you didn't know until after. And then, as the grand finale, she motorboats my breasts. I'm sorry that I'm laughing right now. She sexually assaulted the bride at her own wedding. When those words come out of my mouth, I don't want to laugh anymore. I get angry. Very, very angry. But yeah, I'm one of these people, I get mental pictures. I'm getting a mental picture of this right now. Oh, OP, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If it makes you feel any better, your wedding was not ruined. You were beautiful. Your husband was beautiful. Everything was beautiful. Ceremony was beautiful. Reception was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There was this drunk person there that embarrassed themselves. Not you, okay? She describes the motorboating. She puts her face in my chest and blows. Okay. I was wearing a V-neck dress, so it was skin-to-skin contact. Oh. Let me go back and find out how close OP is to this person. Because I feel like I read it, but I want to kind of really read it again. Yeah, no, it's this friend of her fiance. Why does your fiance have friends like this? So she's not even close to this woman. This is just so inappropriate. Somebody pulled her away and drove her home safely. W says it was the best night of her life. This is like an early Christmas gift. These posts are ridiculous. Next, wedding shame. So this actually was posted in Am I the Butthole, but it is definitely a wedding situation type of deal. Am I the butthole for wearing jeans to my daughter's wedding? I mean, I've worn jeans to weddings. I went to a wedding at a barn once. We were told that if we wore nice clothes, we might never see them again. So maybe not. I'm 52 female, daughter, 24 female. The daughter's 24, mom's 52. My daughter has always been a sloppy dresser. She's never dressed up when we've gone to nice restaurants or family parties, and only wore dresses or nicer coats instead of her usual outfit consisting of hoodies and jeans. When we asked her several times, wow, I see where this post is going. It's so ugly. I'm still reserving judgment, but I'm pretty sure mom's the butthole here. I've always found her constant failure to dress nicely for us selfish, but she refuses to see it as we do. She does not see any issue with her behavior. Yeah, I see where this is going. It's going to a place that's too petty even for me. When she was 17, we had gone to a restaurant for my birthday, and she had worn jeans, a t-shirt, and a long jacket that she had only worn because she was asked to. The next day, she dressed up in a skirt and sweater. Overall, a much nicer and more appropriate outfit to see her boyfriend, and without even being asked to. I'm debating whether or not to assume that you all know what I'm thinking right now, or to actually, I'm going to spell it out. Of course she's going to do that. She's 17. Her mom's birthday is not a day where she feels the need to dress to impress, because she's with her family who already love and respect her. And it's a birthday dinner. She's going to wear her jeans and her t-shirt. She's going to see her boyfriend the next day. Do you remember what it was like to have a boyfriend at 17? Girl, you're wearing a prom dress every single time you go over to that house. You want to look good for your boyfriend when you're 17-year-old girl. That's just the way it is. She's doing exactly what her teenage instincts are telling her to do. She's fine. Stop. I was very upset that she'd extended this courtesy to her boyfriend, but not me. Again, your mom. Your family. I mean, yes, there are times when we extend courtesy to family. If we get in a fight with a family member and say things we don't mean, we apologize, we make amends. If we are going to a family member's wedding, we dress nicely. Of course, it's a birthday dinner. Lady, calibrate. She's going to visit her boyfriend the next day. Of course she's going to dress up sexy. I told her off for it before she left, and she was confused. She didn't see how selfish she was being. I'm confused too. I understand the words that are coming out of your face. The sentence structure is sound. The words make sense. I don't understand your feelings. And your feelings are not right or wrong. They just are. This is something I was taught at a very young age, and I absolutely do subscribe to. Your feelings are not right or wrong. You feel what you feel. You don't have much control over that. But are you serious? You're like lambasting a 17-year-old child for not wanting to dress up for their parents' birthday dinner while still opting to dress up to go see their boyfriend, who at 17 is the most important thing that's happening in your life. And if you're not having romantic relationships for whatever reason, it's your friendship relationships. These are the important relationships. relationships right now. Last week, she married that boy. Oh, congratulations. And I had decided to let her see what it felt like to be seen as less of a priority on an occasion that is important to her. So without telling her, I arrived at her wedding in jeans and a blouse instead of the outfit I had prepared. Excuse me. However, at the wedding, I was shocked to see that my daughter didn't even take an issue with this. You know why your daughter didn't take an issue with this, Sophie? I can tell you exactly why your daughter didn't take an issue with this. Because your daughter values your presence. She values your participation. She values your love and your commitment to her as her mother. She doesn't give a flying what you're wearing to her wedding. I wouldn't. Okay, show up naked. It's weird. I don't know what I would. I don't know how, like, the temperature I'd have on that one. But if you show up in jeans and a blouse, girl, like, get your jeans on. I don't care. It's my wedding. You can dress however you want. If anyone makes fun of you, tell them to come see me. She did not comment on my attire once throughout the entire day. So not only did you try to blow up her wedding by dressing in a way that would have offended you if it was your wedding, you're now angry that she didn't pick a fight with you. Your whole plan just kind of fell flat like one of my souffles. Also, my frittata fell flat. It's been a flat day. Your plan did a frittata in my kitchen. Yeah. That's terrible. You tried to pick a fight with your daughter on her wedding day and then you were disappointed when it didn't work. You're a horrible person, OP. You're a horrible, horrible person. That's a horrible thing to do. That's a horrible thing to do to somebody that you don't even know. Forget the fact that this was your daughter, your child. I'm picturing my little child, who I love so very much and who can drive me to the absolute edges of sanity very often, sometimes once a day. It's lovely. I love it. This is why I'm making YouTube videos, so I can get out the frustration. I would never do that to my child. Almost bringing tears to my eyes just to think about it. Terrible. Did it ever occur to you, if you're offended by the way that your daughter chooses to dress for different occasions, because what this ultimately comes down to, right, is that you feel like you're not respected. It doesn't have anything to do with her clothes. It feels like you're not considered a priority. So instead of passive aggressively trying to sabotage her wedding photos or whatever the hell it was you were trying to do, why the hell don't you sit down with her and talk about how you're feeling? Why do people not do, is this not a thing anymore? Do we not do, I mean, we've been stuck inside with each other for the last 3 years. You'd think we'd have become better at this. We clearly have not. She did not comment on my attire once throughout the entire day. And she's been in the same level of contact with me since. She hasn't mentioned it or seemed to care. Oh, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? It tells me things. Does that tell you things? It tells me things. It tells me something about your daughter's character, that despite the woman who raised her, she seems to have developed a very sturdy character, a person who is not superficial, who does not judge people on their attire, but by the contents of their heart. I don't mean to get cheesy. It's not. It might be Christmas infecting my brain just a little, but damn it, OP. You need to be visited by 3 spirits, and you need to be visited by them now. My husband, however, is angry at me. I'm angry at you too, as he had tried to discourage me from swapping my outfit to a casual one. He's now telling me that I embarrassed him with my attire. Oh my God, it runs through the whole damn family. OP, I'm really glad your daughter escaped this level of superficiality, because you and your husband are just... He's talking about how she embarrassed him. I would have thought the husband would have said, wow, that's a super petty thing to try to do to your child on her wedding day. Thank God it didn't work. But no, she embarrassed him. Who are these people? Where do they live? I don't understand. Oh, my mic's been over here the whole time. Let's pretend it was here the whole time. He's now telling me that I have embarrassed him with my attire, and that as mother of the bride, I should have been more considerate of how it made him look to stand next to me. Bruh. I'm sorry. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing your husband. Is any part of this day whatsoever about your daughter, the bride, or your daughter's husband, the groom? Is any of this about them? Or is it just all about you guys squabbling over clothes? Because this is so juvenile to me. I'm sorry, look, I get it. If you show up at a black tie affair wearing, I don't know, the stuff I wear, every day. I could actually see it being, but you're embarrassing yourself and no one else. I, however, thought he had agreed with me that our daughter's behavior was selfish and that this is nothing compared to the years of her refusing to put in the effort to dress nicely for us. What? He probably did agree with you. You're two superficial twerps. There's no other word for it. Expecting your daughter to come to the dining room for dinner with company manners on? Like, I'm sorry, when does she get to just be a person in her own home? When I was in high school, look, when I was this, I would come down to the table, I would flop down, I'd have my like thing like this, leg be up, like I eat my chicken leg. Did my parents give me a hard time? They did. Did they pull this kind of a stunt? No, they did not. This is so bad. Oh, we got two more. Oh, Lord, beer me strength.
Beer me! Hand me that water. I always say beer me. Gets a laugh like a quarter of the time. My girlfriend made an awesome mix. Beer me that disc.
Lord, bear me strength.
OP's sister embarrassed herself at her wedding, but she's trying to blame everyone else. I have two older sisters. One of them, 34 female, got married this weekend. She insisted on giving a speech. So, just because of the way I am, my general nature, I don't get invited to a lot of weddings. I don't clean up well. So, is this normal for a bride to give a speech? I've actually never heard of this. Is this a thing? If I ever become a bride, should I plan to do that? I mean, I thought that was like, the speech is like the vows. That's it. You're done. I don't know. I've never heard of this before. Is this a thing? You guys let me know. Her entire speech was a dig at our sister, 30 female. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. My married sister went on about how she got married first and pregnant first and how she won and our sister lost. Ooh, methinks big sister's jealous of little sister. I'm going to suspect that little sister always got more attention, was always the cute one. Seriously, Santa came early with these posts. This is fantastic. People are so mad at this time of year. I love it. She actually said that. It was also how she chose to announce her pregnancy. She and her husband found out about a week before the wedding that they were pregnant, I assume, is what's going on. So she announced at the wedding that she beat our sister by getting pregnant first. That was her whole speech. Why? Why? I do not understand the motivation behind these sorts of choices. I don't. It's like those people who decide, I'm really pissed off at the bride for whatever reason, so I'm going to wear a white wedding dress looking type of thing to the bride's wedding, because that'll show her. Show her what? That you can embarrass yourself? I'm sorry, the only person you embarrass when you do these sorts of things is you. You're not doing what you think you're doing. When you wear a white dress to someone else's wedding, and if someone came to my wedding in a white sundress, I wouldn't even think twice about that. I would think that's very appropriate attire. If you come in a full wedding gown, which I have actually seen on this r/ that some people do that, you're not embarrassing the bride. You're not upstaging the bride. You're not taking attention away from the bride. You're making yourself look like a complete psycho. And it's the same when you do things like this. This is not the time to air your grievances with the wedding party. If you have problems with people, sit down and tell them. And if you can't sit down and tell them, and if they're really bothering you, cut contact with them. My parents and also her husband tried to get her to stop talking, but she just told them to shut up. Wow. Why would you invite people that distress you this much to your wedding? You don't owe a wedding invitation to anybody. It was honestly one of the cringiest things I've ever seen. Our sister has no interest in relationships or motherhood. The littler one, I guess. She literally said in the past she doesn't want to get married or even date. She doesn't want kids either. The competition was only in the mind of our married sister. Yeah, this is a jealousy issue here. It's not like, it doesn't sound like they fought over boys or clothes or anything like that. It just really sounds like little sister's life was always just a little bit easier than bigger sister's life. And so this is the revenge wedding. Also, I, 29 male, okay, so this is the brother, have been married for 5 years. I have a son and a daughter. I was not mentioned at all, even though I was technically first and not my sister. Oh yeah, no, this is sister rivalry. This is jealousy completely. My married sister is upset because everybody is talking about her speech and she's blaming everyone but herself. I mean, you chose to make the speech. Any family issues you have, and I firmly believe there are definitely family issues here. This is not the time or place to bring it up, dear. Not the time or place. I told her to knock it off when she complained that I didn't stop her. I feel sorry for her husband. I'm avoiding the drama in person, but I had to talk about it somewhere. It's been 5 days and she's still going on. So it sounds to me like the bride needs a break from her family. Regardless of who did what or who's innocent or guilty of what, I don't care. They need a break from each other. I'm done. Last one. This is such a marathon. Dear Amy, ooh, my fiance and I are planning our wedding. As the bride, I'm planning on making certain requests of my guests to make sure that my special day is as perfect as possible. Yeah, we often do that. That happens. Yes, for example, I'm asking that my guests wear exclusively YOLO at the ceremony. All right, let's break this down. Before we go any further, I want to analyze this because that's the way my brain works. Why yellow? Is it your best color? Do you just want to look good against a backdrop of like a sea of yellow drones? I get that. Queen bees often think like this as well. I mean, you're definitely not alone in the animal kingdom on that one, my dear. Or is it just that your colors are yellow, so like everyone has to match your theme colors? It's weird. It's weird. Like if you want everyone to match your theme colors, you should choose neutral theme colors. Most people don't even own yellow clothes. Like they haven't since they were 6. I own yellow clothes, but like up here, I'm basically 6. So my fiance has been supportive, but he angrily rejected my other request that our guests remain silent throughout both the ceremony, fair enough, we stay silent throughout the ceremony, and the reception. As a reception, you be receiving your guests. How does that work? I don't understand. I'm exception error. Okay. To ensure that the focus remains on us. Yeah, of course. My fiance said this is irrational. You are marrying a wise man, my dear. He does not want to have a silent wedding. You are marrying a wise man, my dear. Who would want to have Can you imagine how creepy that would be?
What the is happening?
I'm picturing you go to Tibet. You just pay all this money to fly your ass, to climb the mountain, you get your butt into Tibet, risk pulmonary edema, you go through all this and you go to this monastery, right? And they invite you in for food because I've heard that Tibetans are super inviting and they'll do that and they'll sit you down in the monastery at their tables and it'll just be silent. And you're going there for that experience. Silent wedding. I've been to a silent auction. Even there, that was pretty noisy. Like, I don't even know how you would enforce this. Are there children coming to your wedding? Because if so, you're screwed. That's not going to happen. I know it's uncommon. I've never heard of anyone else having one. Yes, dear, that's because it's insane. But we've had them in my family. The apple didn't fall far from the tree, that did it. I'm sorry, this is nuts. I couldn't be comfortable. I could not be comfortable in a room full of... This sounds like something out of the Tudor era. It sounds like some Henry VIII. I didn't even think Henry VIII would be this narcissistic. You've literally trumped the narcissism of Henry VIII, I think. I'll look into it. It's possible he did something this crazy. It would not surprise me. But I'm saying this is like Tudor level crazy. Stop it, bestie. The guests are not permitted to speak at all during the ceremony. Again, ceremony, get it. Shut up. You're getting married, get it. And the only toasts allowed are from the mothers of the bride and groom. I don't understand this. This whole just ritual is weird. It sounds culty. It sounds like OP. It sounds like you're raised in some kind of weird Heaven's Gate cult thing. This is creeping me out. I'm genuinely scared right now. Instrumental music. We're playing quietly. Like the rules at the library aren't this strict. During the reception, the guests may whisper. The guests may whisper among one another, but may not speak aloud. Oh my god. No, stop. What are you gonna do if they do? Like, I actually kind of want to see this wedding. I want you to TikTok this wedding. I want you to put it on YouTube or TikTok or something, and I want to see what happens to the first person who speaks. I want to see what happens to them. Update on this one. As the newly married couple, our focus should remain solely on each other rather than any rowdy guests. Excuse me, can you pass the salt? Rowdy. Oh, I couldn't survive a wedding like that. Don't get me wrong, I'm actually pretty quiet in real life, but I couldn't. I need someone to pass the salt. And at a wedding like this, I'd have to drink. So I'd need to summon the waiter for like, here, right here, just fill her up. Who would go to that? Would you go to that? I would go to that just for the lulz. I would go just to see how long I could go without getting in trouble. Sounds creepy though. I know it's a lot to ask, but I feel I should have the wedding I want so that the start of our life together will be perfect. What do those two things have to do with each other? You want your wedding the way you want it, no questions asked. I want. Therefore, our marriage will work. I don't want to speculate too quickly, but I think she just summed up the explanation for why the divorce rate is skyrocketing. If I get everything I want in my wedding day, then our marriage will work out. What is this, some OCD, like if I flip the light off and on 37 times when I go in my bedroom, I have to do this or Garth Brooks will die. Not making fun of OCD people. It's a legitimate condition. That's not what's going on here. Please don't cancel me out making fun of obsessive compulsive disorder at all. But that's giving that. If I just have everything silent and perfect, my life will work out. I feel really sorry for this woman. I don't know what's wrong with her, but something is. Is my fiance's lack of understanding and support a red flag? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now with this nonsense? A silent reception? You want to guarantee that this is going to be the most somber event of the year, and this includes funerals. People talk at funerals, people laugh at funerals, people reminisce and feel togetherness at funerals. You're literally telling people they can't even do this. That's what you want your wedding to be remembered as. Again, ceremony, everyone should be quiet. All eyes should be on you and your husband, or fiance, husband to be.
One eternity later.
Groom, absolutely yes. The reception is not, no. Like what if one of them drops a fork? How are they gonna get another fork, OP? People do not think things through. That's what I'm coming up with. Well, that was a marathon. I wanted to give you guys something big before Christmas because I probably won't be doing any more Reddit reactions until after Christmas. I might be able to squeeze another one in, can't guarantee, but I do have a video coming up. I'm going to start filming tomorrow. It's a little complex, so it may not be available till Christmas Eve. But yes, I do have something coming up that I think you guys are going to find really funny. It's a bit short, but it's probably going to have the best production values of anything I've done so far, which is not saying very much. I really hope you guys like it. It's my Christmas gift to you. It's also my Christmas gift to me because I found it and it's so damn funny. I've just wanted to do it. If you're enjoying this content, mash the subscribe button. Click the bell icon. That way you can stay up to date on all this nonsense I'm churning out. I mean, come on. You know you want it. I will see you guys in a couple of days. Don't worry. I'll get to you guys before Christmas. Maybe we'll do an unboxing haul on Christmas Day. We'll see. Tschüss.